I'll bring it tomorrow.
Right, we are ready. I will call Finance Committee to order. We have a final review of the DSIC, DSAD 2016 budget. Do you have anyone?
No one spoke at public hearings.
Yep. So, any questions or comments? No? So, I will ask for a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, very good. And then the Upper Union Street bid 2016 budget. Once again, no speakers, straight and easy. It's very similar to last year. So, questions, comments?
I'll move
No?
it. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Any other business to come before the Finance Committee today?
You move we adjourn? Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
All right, I'll call City Development and Planning to order. First item is a ceremonial resolution for the annual toy run by Lee Sikes and Broadway Choppers. Ms. Parazzo.
Yep, I know that we've certainly noted some other Toys for Tots efforts, and Mr. Sikes has been a business owner in the city for a considerable amount of time, and this is his 7th annual Toys for Tots run, and he really organizes it all himself, and they get between, depending on the year and the weather, of course, anywhere between 30 and 100 motorcyclists that deliver toys from his shop on Kings Road down to the St. James Square Plaza. So I thought it would just be a nice recognition of some grassroots efforts.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Sir?
I'll
Gonna
move
move it? Okay. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Revocable permit for Yaya's house. Mr. Wallen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is the first of 2 revocable permits, number 600 Yaya's House at 170 Lafayette Street. This is a former cafe that is being repurposed as another restaurant. Has gone through development's approval. We see no reason for not issuing it.
Questions? Not. I'll entertain a motion to approve it. Okay. Ferrari, seconded by Ms. Porterfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And the second one?
Second, number 599 is for a sign that you might recognize. It was what would be a Metro PCS. The tenant is now relocating down the road from the building that they were in. However, the insurance and all of the permits are address specific, so they needed to apply for a new revocable permit for the new address.
Questions? Entertain a motion to approve it. Okay, Ms. Porterfield, seconded by Mr. Ferrari. Or did you have a question? I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is currently, it looks like near Hewlett and looks like St. Hewlett, so it's there now and it's moving further down, is that what you're saying? Okay.
Okay. So then I'll entertain a motion to approve. Okay, second. All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. And the final review for the electric vehicle charging stations. Again, didn't have any comment. Mr. Scheichman? Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve this. Okay, moved, seconded, all in favor? Aye. All right, and I'll entertain a motion to recess City Development and Planning and do executive session later. Okay. Moved and seconded, all in favor? Aye. Okay.
Call to order public safety. First item on the... What are you, watching us? First item on the agenda, 2015 State Homeland Security Grant Program.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I thought we were further down the agenda, so.
Yeah, we are. We're moving
Not that we don't want to get in, but, I'm sorry, Homeland Security first?
Yes.
All right, this is obviously Homeland Security. We participate with, I got cold, I apologize. Albany, Rensselaer County, Troy, Albany PD, and with us, it's a yearly application we make to Homeland Security for let's say, infrastructure needs. We requested, we awarded $130,000, and that we requested $110,000 would be for license plate reader stationary on intersections, and $20,000, sorry for my voice, $20,000 for more portable radios for the department. So again, the license plate readers, we have some out there right now that are 3 different intersections within the city. Rather than say publicly where they are at this point, but we can share them. But they're more for the higher crimes. This money here will kind of earmarked towards entranceways to cities. It's Homeland Security for bridges and infrastructure and so forth that would be added just to collect data if there's any major incidents and so forth. So, and again, with the portable radios, they're kind of replace some old ones, stockpile some newer ones. So if we have a major incidents, we can share them with other people and so forth. So that's all I got.
So the plan is to use $110,000 for the license plate reader,
Correct.
and $20,000 for the portable radios.
Yes, we're trying to grow our license plate reader. The license plate readers really enhance our capabilities from the neighborhood camera projects that we have. Right now we have approximately with the county 180 cameras within the city. The license plate readers have these, gives that much more data and intel if we have an incident and proactive policing. So.
Any questions? Go ahead, Mr.
Chief, so approximately how many readers do you think we're going to get for the dollar amount?
Don't know. Last time we used approximately, if I remember correctly, $100,000 or so. But that we had to build it. We had to get a server. We had to spend some infrastructure money so we can add more cameras on the road. Also, anytime mobile cameras that we get, we can add onto the system. So we had to build some infrastructure. It also, I can't answer because it depends on the intersection.
Okay.
One intersection we need like 5 cameras, five readers. Yeah, because it's just such a big intersection. So depending on, we haven't really kind of designated which exactly, we're going to have some meetings on it, which intersections we want to do, but it may only do a couple intersections, it may do 5 intersections.
Okay.
We can kind of present that to you at a later date if need be, but that's where we're at.
Very good. Good funds.
Any other questions? Have a motion?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda, the 2016 NYS Special Traffic Options Program, STOP-DWI.
This is and I apologize for my voice, I'm losing it. This is a yearly grant we get. It runs through the county, and then they kind of break it up, disperse it to the agencies within the county, and again, to participate in statewide DWI saturations throughout the year. I kind of marked the calendar year wrong. It should be January 1st, so it's my fault. It's 2016.
Yes.
So obviously we don't have to use this in 3 days. Or 3 weeks.
Think of that. That'd be tough.
Can you do that?
We can, trust us.
Get all the parties.
But no, it's for a year. And again, it's more usually the joint initiatives that we hold. You see some of these things that initiatives that go up around the holidays and so forth. And we participate in the state. Obviously reimbursed us for overtime for those. So again, this is a yearly grant. The amount has gone up every year. And I credit Lieutenant Stick, who's with us tonight, for it's really kind of his baby, his efforts. He's the one that makes the wheels turn. So.
Good.
Questions?
All good
Have a
news.
motion?
I'll move it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I hate to sit down, you guys so nice.
No, we have to
Keep
Nice doing business with you, Plain.
Take care.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is a police vehicle fit-out bid to Niskayuna Tire and Service. Ms. DeGenova.
I'll give you the fiscal overview of what's before you. In 2015, the city determined that 8 new police vehicles were to be acquired, and the city moved forward to do that earlier this year. Specifically got delivery around May of 2015. And certain fit-out of the vehicles needed to be done outside of the city. There were a few things that were done inside of the city, some painting and that type of thing, correct?
Yes.
And so we've gone out to bid for the rest of the fit-out. That's like the light bars and that type of thing. 3 bids were received, with the lowest being $71,361.20, as shown in your legislative request. That was from Niskayuna Tire and Service, a vendor that, from this perspective, is new to the city for this type of work. So Anthony Ferrari, Richard, and these two gentlemen, Assistant Chief Falvo and Lieutenant Stickney, worked together to kick the tires, pardon the pun, and make sure that everything, that Niskayuna Tire can meet the needs and the service requirement that we have. And it was determined that they can. This will be coming under budget from what we had projected would be for these vehicles with the fit out, and we're requesting that you consider such an award.
Questions?
So just for clarification, we don't have a vendor in the city that does this type of work, or their bid came in higher, or?
Historically, the city had worked with another vendor, which is in the local area also, but they came in as the second bid. Their bid was about $11,000 more, $11,500 more.
Yep.
And it's really sort of a good thing from the perspective of, in the past, we haven't really seen a lot of activity, but we had quite a few downloads of the bid, and then 3 people that did respond, and staff was able to take a look at this new vendor, new to us from this perspective, and determine that it would be appropriate to move forward.
This is going to be only fitting 8 vehicles.
8 vehicles.
Go ahead, Mr.
I know you checked out Niskayuna Tire. Do you think they're capable of doing, because it's pretty extensive work, isn't it?
It is, but the vendor has received training in certain areas that regarding the installation of some of the components. So
what exactly are the components that have to be installed?
they're the lighting system, communication system.
The camera system, our in-car video, actually requires a separate certification because we're still under warranty with that. So they went out on their own to get certified to be able to install the items that we currently have.
So you're confident that hardware can do it?
Yeah.
Savings of money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In-house, we're doing the painting and the decals?
Yes.
Things like, now I understand there's a problem with decals not adhering though.
No.
Is there no problem with that?
No. We've had it in the past, but nothing recent.
They're taken care of now?
Yeah.
I know there's some vehicles in the lot that were failing. I don't know if it was the vendor or the application.
I mean, some of the vehicles that had some peeling and stuff are older vehicles.
Yeah.
They don't have that much of a warranty with the decals. The vendors are guaranteeing us a certain amount of time per the bid for 100% warranty on any of their work, materials and craftsmanship. So.
Any other questions?
I will move this.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other business for public safety?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I'd like to call to order Public Service and Utilities. First item on the agenda is the adoption of various sections of streets to be incorporated into Consolidated Local Street and Highway Improvement Program. Ms. Wong.
Hello. The item in front of you is kind of a general housekeeping item. Every year, the New York State Department of Transportation sends the Department of Engineering our local inventory of highway and streets, and we review it. This year, we decided to do a thorough evaluation of it, and we came up with a couple of additions to the streets and some clarifications that we wanted made. Only added up to about a half a mile of road, but we wanted this to be it is our state official document that they use every year, so we wanted to make sure it was accurate as possible. The list that you have in front of you is what we found to be either changes or omissions. The reason that it is in front of you today as a council is that checking our historic books and I guess what we would call, check what we would call the legislative books, but prior, we could not find any history of adoption of these streets. And since we couldn't find any history of adoption of these streets by the council, we needed to pass something that we could put with our paperwork to say that the city officially recognizes that these are city streets. So we can't just have them on paper like this. So the resolution that you're in front of would be the adoption or the recognition that these particular segments of city streets are in fact owned and maintained by the city.
Well, any questions?
So let's just take the you have the list in front of you by chance, Chris?
No.
The very last one, Strong Street. So that column all the way to the left, what is that, and what are the other two designates at the far right? What?
Street name?
Yeah.
So Strong Street between Hewlett and Summit.
That's what it is, between those areas.
Correct.
Okay, beginning.
Revised beginning and revised end.
Very good.
So in some cases, too, the street might have been recognized, but the ends were blank because the DOT didn't know where it began and ended. We also picked up a couple of smaller alleys and roads. So, yeah, you see, it says 1.62 as there is a change in length. But we actually found some that they were actually had a little bit long. So the total balance, we ended up picking up, I believe, 3/4 of a mile.
Okay.
And that's what goes into the evaluation of our CHIPS money. So it's not going to change much, but it's just to have this as accurate. So I think we said we had 171 miles, now we have 171.75.
There you go. We're adding. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second item on the agenda is a call for public hearing to incorporate 10 Arch Street.
So we didn't have any backup, but this is a call for public hearing. We can have more backup as we go forward, but we just wanted to approach us for now for a call for public hearing. 810 Arch Street was taken down by the city. 810 Arch Street is parcel 44 on your map. And it was a very odd parcel, probably one of the most unique parcels in the city, as it appeared to be in the road, and it was actually in front of two houses. Wow. So the roof line actually, snow from the roof line would actually fall onto the adjacent houses' sidewalks, and it was a very odd situation if you were to see it. If you Google Street View it, it's a very odd situation. So the house is now down, so the idea is that we would like to incorporate that as part of Arch Street, so that it now is part of the road, and that these two houses, parcels 45 and 46, will be on Arch Street.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Any other business to come before public service and utility?
Move adjourn.
All in favor? Okay, thank you.
12th Order Health and Recreation, one item on the agenda, ceremonial resolution, Friends of the Greenhouse, Ms. Braza.
So a group of volunteers have gotten together and done yeoman's work at the greenhouse under the leadership of Mr. Thorne. They've done regular cleanups every Thursday throughout the summer. They had a plant sale in the fall. Proceeds going to make repairs of the greenhouse, heat the greenhouse, to protect the glass. We did have some glass breakage last winter, and I understand that they were there today. And was it 36 panels I thought I saw?
30-something, yeah.
Yeah, that they either repaired or replaced or screwed in tighter, So we're protecting our greenhouses, which are very, very important. And again, group of citizens that have gotten together on their own time to work really hard to protect an important part of the city. So I would just like to have that recognized.
Second? Second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Quick cut of drops.
Okay. Okay, anything else come before Health and Recreation? If not, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
I'll reconvene City Development and Planning and ask for a motion to go into executive session. All right, move seconded, all in favor? Aye.
I think that's somewhere in the industry, but I